everyone, it's Nicole from Nicole Loves Nails. Welcome to my channel. Obviously, I am not in my usual setup. I am getting ready to leave for the Polish and Beauty Expo, but I really wanted to get this video up today for Saturday. So today's video is for the newest release from Essie. This is their fall 2023 collection. At the time of recording, I don't have a ton of information on this one. I purchased these from the Ulta website. So as always, down in the description box, I have links to where you can purchase these polishes, links to the Essie website, links to their social media pages, my social media pages, as well as a link to my blog post on NicoleLovesNails.com where I host all of my swatch photos. If you're watching it the weekend this one goes up, my blog post might not be up yet because of, again, I'm at the Polish and Beauty Expo when you guys are watching this. So yeah, but it'll be up as soon as I get home on Tuesday. Right, let's just get into this video. First up, we have Dance Till Dawn, which Essie describes as a muted gray white polish with pink undertones. Dance Till Dawn had a pretty good formula. It was basically what I would expect from a very pale color like this. First coat coverage is pretty okay, but a little bit uneven. I do think this one's going to be a 2 to 3 coater, depending on how you feel about those dark spots. For my full-in swatches, I did opt to go in for 3 coats because I cannot stand it when I see dark spots on my nails. Like, I just can't do it. This was not really the color for me. The initial description did have a lot of colors in it, but I would say it is pretty accurate. It is either like the lightest pink you can get with a droplet of gray, or it's a very pink-toned white with a droplet of gray. Next up, we have Lights Down Music Up, which is described as being a muted mauve brown with red undertones. Lights Down Music Up had a fantastic formula. This one was pretty much a 1 coater. It also does seem to dry down just a little bit darker than it applies. I, in general, really enjoy a good brown polish. I thought I was gonna love this one, honestly, but I ended up kind of being like, it's okay.
It was my cup of tea.
I feel like in person, it is like a brown with like a warm brown, but there's also purple in there as well. I'm guessing the purple mauviness in this one is what's making me go and be like, you know. Despite me not liking the color of this one, formula application, everything about this was absolutely fantastic. Next up, we have Underground Ball, which Essie describes as a dark plum purple with red undertones. Underground Ball had a pretty good formula. I was really surprised at how sheer this one was on that first coat. For my full hand swatches, I did swatch this one in 2 coats. In my indoor lighting, it seemed like this was opaque for me in 2 coats. When I brought it outside into natural lighting, I could see a little bit of unevenness. So I could see this one being a 3 coater for some people. Like if it had looked the way it did indoors as it did outdoors, I would have gone in for a 3rd coat because I don't like how it looks in 2 coats out in natural lighting. You can see like uneven spots all over my nails here. Clearly been spending way too much time on the internet because I'm looking at this and all I can think of is Grimace. I'm just seeing Grimace. Just staring at this, I'm just seeing Grimace. Next up, we have Meet Me at Midnight, which is described as being a deep olive green with yellow undertones. Of my favorite thing about fall nail polish collections are colors like this. Didn't always feel that way, but I certainly do now, and this one was absolutely fantastic. First coat, 100% opacity. It was perfection. The base didn't feel overly thick or thin. I had 0 application issues with this one. I would say that the official description is pretty accurate. It kind of gives me like army green kind of vibes. My personal opinion, I do not think this has enough like yellow or brown in it to be a true prugly green shade, but I do think there are going to be some folks who do think this one is butt ugly. I personally absolutely loved it. Now we have Step Out of Line, which Essie describes as a richly dark indigo blue nail polish with red undertones. Essie always confuses me when they say like a blue polish has red undertones. Huh? In my mind, that would say like, oh, there's some purple in here perhaps, but like it's blue to me. It was sheerer than I expected to be on that first coat, but I did find that it built up really nice for me in 2 coats. To heavily stress, I did not personally experience any staining with this polish. However, this is a super pigmented one, and like if it was staining people, I would not be surprised one bit. Potential staining aside, I absolutely love this color. In my mind, this is like the fall version to like Butler Please. This is also dark enough that in low lighting, it will also appear black. My photo shows Step Out of Line in 2 coats plus glossy top coat. And on the subject of stainers, the last polish we have is Full Blast. Essie describes this one as a richly dark ruby red with blue undertones. Up until putting this polish on, I was not aware that I even like oxblood red kind of shades. This one gives me oxblood red vibes. This is a super duper pigmented polish. This is going to be one of those reds that just stains everything it comes in contact with. Your natural nail, your overlay, your skin on your hand that had the polish on it, the skin on your hand that's helping remove the polish, everything is going to be red. And if you couldn't tell from my full hand swatches, this is going to be one of those reds that are incredibly difficult to get a nice clean line. But the color that I was seeing in the bottle, I did need to swatch this one in 3 coats, which I didn't love. I also didn't love that this was a serious stainer, but I do like the color of itself. Alrighty, so final thoughts. As far as this release goes, it is very much fall, which I am personally here for. I am so completely over summer at this point. Like, I know we're only mid through July, but like, it's hot, it's humid, I don't like it. I am ready for fall. Overall, this was a really fantastic release. I don't think any of the colors were like earth-shattering, groundbreakingly new or anything like that, but nonetheless, these were all really, really beautiful. If you couldn't tell from the video, my top pick is going to be Meet Me at Midnight. I just love a dark, ugly green. I love them. I like this one a lot. I do wish it was a little bit more prugly leaning. I think it's not quite there as far as the prugly goes. And then my second topic is going to be Step Out of Line. So I do believe this collection is going to start popping up in store any day now. Usually mainstream brands fall releases start popping up sometime in July and August. I'd love to know what everyone else thought of this release. Like, are you planning on picking it up? If you already picked it up, you know the drill. And also, for those of you who are still like in summer mind, do you think it's too early for fall releases? Because if you do, I feel bad for you because I got more coming. Before we end today's video, I do want to give a very special shout out to my channel members, besties. Just thank you all so very much for your support. Your names are all on the screen right now. If you would like to join my channel memberships, I have a link for that down in the description box. But as always, no pressure at all. Just like the video, comment, share, all the things, and we are good. So just thank you all very much for watching today's video. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.